Hey there, Arsenal fans, hold on to your seatbelts because we are about to dive into a thrilling world of football transfers where dreams of new signings become reality. And today, we've got some juicy updates about two wonderful players who could soon be lighting up the Emirates Stadium. You already have some of these football players in mind. Guess whom we are talking about? First up, let's talk about Victor Osimhen. This guy is making waves with his incredible skills on the pitch, and Arsenal is eyeing him eagerly, looking at different reports, and reports suggest a jaw-dropping price tag of around £112 million for the Nigerian striker. Yep, you heard that right. We're talking about £112 million. But hey, when you're talking about a player of Osimhen's caliber, he's worth every penny. I mean, once you pay £112 million for Victor Osimhen, you definitely know what you're talking about, why you're taking. And then we have Toney. This lad has been a revelation at Brentford, and Arsenal has its sights set on him too. He joined Brentford for a cool £5 million, potentially rising to £10 million with add-ons. Bargain, right? That is definitely the right thing. Anyway, so Arsenal fans, get ready to get onto the ride of your lives as we navigate the twists and turns of the transfer market with Osimhen and Toney in the mix. The excitement levels are off the charts. Stay tuned for more updates because the Arsenal transfer saga is just getting started. Anyway, we are just beginning and we're going to be talking about these two wonderful players. Let's kick things off with Victor Osimhen. This lad has been getting Serie A alight with his blistering pace, clinical finishing, and eye-catching dribbling skills. He's the kind of player who can lead the line with aplomb, causing havoc for the opposition defense with his darting runs and deadly strikes on the goal. Now, the word on the street is that Arsenal, along with Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain, are in a fierce battle to secure his signature. We are talking about big numbers here. Folks, a reported price tag of around £112 million. Yep, you heard that right. We are talking about £112 million for Victor Osimhen. But hey, today's market, top class strikers don't come cheap, and Osimhen is worth every penny. If you're taking Victor Osimhen, then definitely you're going to be paying a lot of money, and that's where Arsenal is going into. But wait, there is more reliable source coming in from Fabrizio Romano. Recently, he provided some insights into the situation, despite a lot of rumors that were going on, suggesting that Arsenal had surged ahead in the race of Victor Osimhen. And Fabrizio Romano came out and poured cold water on these claims, stating that negotiations are still ongoing and no club is close to sealing the deal. It is proper transfer saga, folks, with this twist and turns at every corner. But rest assured, Arsenal is right in the thick of it, ready to flex their financial muscles and secure services of this formidable forward. And guess whom we're talking about? We're talking about the one and only Victor Osimhen, the Nigerian football player. Anyway, now let's switch gears to Toney. This lad has been an absolute revelation at Brentford since his arrival in 2020, smashing in goals for fun and earning himself a call up the English squad. He was called in the England squad, and in the process, he's the kind of striker who can hold up play, bring others into the game, and most importantly, find the back of the net with ruthless efficiency. We're talking about Ivan Toney. And the best part, he won't break the bank. Ivan Toney joined Brentford for a reported fee of only £5 million, potentially rising to £10 million with add-ons. And that is a clear bargain. Note so, folks, that is definitely a big bargain. If you're paying £10 million for the Brentford football player, then that's right. But here's the kicker, folks. Ivan Toney's contract is winding down with just over a year left before it expires in the summer of 2025. You will remember that this means all options are on the table and the clubs, including Arsenal, are circling like vultures, ready to swoop and secure his services. It will be remembered that it's a game of cat and mouse with negotiations and valuations and contract talks all coming into play. And Ivan Toney, undoubtedly big talent. It will be quite good to see him at the Emirates. So, what's the bottom line of Arsenal fans? Well, it's simple. Back up and enjoy the ride. The transfer window is on a roller coaster of emotions filled with highs and lows and everything in between. Whether it's Victor Osimhen or Ivan Toney or maybe even both. Could it happen? The transfer zone is definitely going to be here soon. One thing for certain, Arsenal is in the mix for some top quality signings, and we are ready to make some serious waves in the footballing world. So let's keep the faith, keep our eyes peeled for the updates, and who knows, we might just be witnessing the dawn of a new era of success at the Emirates Stadium. And I must say, up the Gunners. Anyway, when you look at Mikel Arteta, do you think Mikel Arteta is now into all this? Is definitely whom do you think Mikel Arteta would go for if Arsenal is willing to take only one football player? You've got two, and you've got two options, yeah? You've got two options. You've got one being Victor Osimhen, the Nigerian international, and you've got the English international, the one and only Ivan Toney. Two top strikers, two big strikers, two successful strikers who've showed the world that definitely they are worth playing for any club. But switching a little bit again to Victor Osimhen, with three clubs all in the mix, we're talking about Paris Saint-Germain, and we are also, despite the fact that we're talking about Paris Saint-Germain, we are also talking about Chelsea and now Arsenal. Three big clubs all interested in the football player. Remember that the last summer transfer window, it was a bit, no summer transfer window actually, the general transfer window was a bit tricky for the football player Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen decided to remain at Napoli, but do not forget that despite the fact that he remained at Napoli, it will be remembered that the Gunners wanted him, but they did not try their level best to get him. Looks like their effort was not much into him at that moment in time. But Chelsea tried as hard as they could, but they did not land at the football player. They put in a bit of a bid, but nothing. It was not ready for a move. But as we talk right about now, do not forget that Paris Saint-Germain, after the departure of Lionel Messi and also the departure of Neymar, and yet Kylian Mbappe is set to leave Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain is looking for a big striker to make sure that he joins them, and this could be a bit of a tight race between Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal. But this time round, Arsenal is willing to put in all the money that it could to make sure they can land a top striker. And this top striker we are definitely talking about is none other than Victor Osimhen. So with these two options, Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney, we will be seeing who will definitely go to the football club Arsenal. And with Ivan Toney, recently he came out and said a few things about him joining the football club Arsenal. Actually, Arsenal, he was a little bit. He was asked about his move and the amount of money involved, and he said to the media and said, if Brentford get the money they need, then he's up for a move. But he mentioned Real Madrid because Real Madrid is one of the clubs that is interested in Ivan Toney. So we could see two football clubs fighting for the football player Ivan Toney. We're talking about Real Madrid, and we're also talking about Arsenal. Anyway, whom do you want to see at the football club Arsenal? Let us know and get into the comment section and give your reasoning. You can let us know what you think about the two football players and their potential moves to the club Arsenal. Thank you and goodbye for now.